Should more than one person from the same household get life insurance? My question to you would be this: do you have a schedule of death? I was having a conversation with a 62-year-old man this week, and he actually had some coverage in place. But he was still looking to add a little bit more, just, to let his daughter know that he was thinking about her. And he said to me, I don't know why, but people only talk about this when you're older. I wish I knew this years ago. And so then, I said to him, I think people are just afraid of talking or thinking about death, and they kind of feel like it's something that happens when you're older. But the truth is, you can die at any age. I'm young, and the truth is, I also don't know. And then he actually shared a story with me. So he said to me, my daughter actually lost her partner, and he was only 32 years old. I don't remember the details, but I think they had either one or two kids. So that's exactly what life insurance companies do, is that they take on that risk associated with death. So typically when people are getting life insurance, it's for five main reasons. The first one is the most basic one, and that's going to be your funeral expenses. So for funeral expenses, you'd be factoring in either something like cremation or burial expenses. So for cremation costs, we'd be looking at realistically somewhere between $5,000 to $10,000. And should you choose to go the burial route, that's going to be somewhere between $15,000 to $20,000. So people are looking to get this covered just so that, God forbid, on the worst day of their family's lives or their loved ones' lives, they're not also having to think about where they're pulling money from. Is it going to be from savings? Will it be a GoFundMe? Will we be passing a hat around the church? Like, what's that going to look like? So that's what they're taking care of, so that their loved ones can truly mourn in peace. And now the next reason is going to be mortgage protection. So, God forbid, if anything were to happen, the last thing you want is for your loved ones to also be fighting to try and keep their home, to try and keep up with those mortgage payments. So, what this coverage does is it makes sure that the family can mourn and still have peace of mind so that they can figure out how to stay on their feet. The next one is kind of similar, and this is going to be income replacement. So, for income replacement, I would ask you this: what does life look like without that additional source of income? Especially if you're the breadwinner and maybe earning 50 to 100% of the household income. What changes? Does it suddenly become stressful to pay for electricity bills, to keep up with utilities? What about the school clubs the kids were going to? The arts class they were trying out, the music classes they had started, the soccer games, the football games, whatever it is, you getting your nails done, you going to a restaurant, maybe once or twice a month. What changes without that source of income? And so what these people are looking to do is just to make sure that while the family is grieving, their life doesn't have to look drastically different. And so now the next one is going to be similar to the 62-year-old man, and that's going to be I love you money. So typically when someone already has, their funeral expenses covered, maybe they don't owe anything on a mortgage or anything like that. The next thing they're thinking about is leaving some I love you money behind. So this means, I know you don't have to worry about my burial, but I want you to know that I was thinking about you, not just while I was alive, but even when I was gone, I thought about you. And then the last one is going to be cash value. So for cash value, people look for life insurance for different reasons. One of them is it's a way of growing your money tax-free in some instances. And depending on whatever policy you go for, you can actually have potential to grow the amount of money you have and protect it from going below a certain level. So it really just depends on what you're looking for. I've mentioned 5 things today, and out of those 5, which one is it for you and your family? Let's figure this out together. Get you and your loved ones protected. Let them know you care.